Middle managers are simultaneously the most critical and the most neglected human element in change and transformation. They are asked to carry the weight of change without being given the psychological support, the authority, or the honest acknowledgement of what that weight actually costs them. I'm Kevin Novak, CEO of 2040 Digital, professor at the University of Maryland, and author of the book, The Truth About Transformation, Leading in the Age of AI, Uncertainty, and Human Complexity, along with the Ideas and Innovations weekly newsletter. Welcome to the Human Factor Podcast, the show that explores the intersection of humanity, technology, and transformation, along with the psychology behind transformation success. Today, we're exploring the middle management trap and why organizations systematically set their most important change agents up to fail. In our last episode, Elizabeth Stewart and I explored the contagion effect. We talked about how emotions spread through organizations during change and transformation. We examined the science of emotional contagion, why transformation creates perfect conditions for negative emotional spread. One of the patterns that we discussed was the anxiety cascade, where emotional states travel through organizational layers. Today, we're looking at the organizational layer where the anxiety cascade converges with the greatest force and causes the most damage, the organization's middle management. If you listen to how most organizations talk about middle managers during transformation, you're going to hear language that reveals a fundamental misunderstanding. You'll hear they need to get on board. You'll hear we need their buy-in. You'll hear they're the ones blocking progress. This language labels middle managers as obstacles to be overcome rather than as human beings who are navigating an extraordinarily complex psychological position. And that misunderstanding, that failure to see the human reality of what middle management actually experiences during change, is one of the primary reasons change and transformation efforts fail. The research on this is extensive and clear. Robert Kahn and his colleagues established a framework for understanding role conflict and role ambiguity in organizations back in 1964. What they found, and what decades of subsequent research has confirmed, is that the people occupying boundary-spanning positions, the people caught between competing demands from above and below, experience the highest levels of psychological strain. Middle managers occupy the most intense boundary-spanning positions in any organization. And during change and transformation, that position becomes exponentially more anxiety-filled. Today, I'm going to walk through why middle managers carry a disproportionate psychological burden during change. The 5 distinct psychological burdens that converge on middle management during transformation, and what senior leaders can actually do to stop destroying the people they depend on the most to make change come to life.